All right. I love this dude's name. There's only one name on the list that everybody came to me and said, practice the name. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give us a warm round of applause for Corr de Joch.
So little brother Perrin and I had been abducted from our father very young by our troubled mother, but we got to spend summers with our maternal grandparents, rest in peace, Oma and Opa, immigrants from Guyana, and our salvation, the only sane and nurturing blood family we got contact with. But first, we had to do 2 weeks in South Jersey with our creepy aunt and older cousins who looked at their money-poor Southern kin as, social liability. They sat us right down doing those mouth smiles with the inconvenienced look in the eyes that we just thought of as what they looked like in that part of the family. They announced that we'd been enrolled in the day camp where the girls were junior counselors, and we better not embarrass them. Okay, so let's go camping. We got dropped off at the elementary school. That was the camp. Fenced-in blacktop, all-day recess. And word of 2 hungry, ignorant Southern boys' late arrival had preceded us through the bored middle-class crowds of early teen Jersey spawn. Perrin and I had been raised up on Reagan-era free breakfast and lunch. Malnourishment was evident. We were 11 and 7, but looked 8 and 5, and just like a couple of stray cats tossed into a dog pound. We spent the morning back to back, surrounded by barking bigger kids. Hey, Southern boys, you're Southern, ain't ya? You're like the Beverly Hillbillies, but you're poor. Where'd you get those clothes? The thrift store? Yeah. Say swamp, Southern boys. Say swamp. Say it. We were just feral and alien enough that they'd not quite dragged us apart by lunch bell. We downed our food tray rations before we got out the line and were the first ones back outside, where Perrin spotted a cool bug like we'd never seen and squatted in the sun to watch it work at the foot of a stairway while I run in the bathroom real quick. Shouldn't have done that. When I came out, my brother was on his back getting mashed into the pavement by a giggling 6-foot man boy leaning on his chest. And Perrin's fighting like hell because he's a kind spirit, but a tough little cuss has been getting beat all his life and won't quit, but he's 30 pounds wet and can't reach anything to fight past the forearm. Crowd dog packing in, fight, fight. And I run in to snatch him, but a dozen hands yank me and throw me out, and the mob closing around, climbing each other's backs for a view, and I can't pry my way in, getting mule kicked and stomped on, and that's when it happened. I did not know how to do it, didn't have the strength or skills to achieve it, could not have done it merely to defend myself. Best I can say is some guide or ancestor fairy godmother employed my bony 50 pounds like a weaponized marionette. I just watched my scrawny little legs running away up the stairwell and then pivoting back onto the concrete shoulder slab, run jumping high off the top of it. It was that moment where I ceased to ascend but had not yet begun to fall that I remember best. Gun sighting my sharp knee over that Brutus's upturned back, and little brother P-Wolf down there still fighting on his back, making eye contact. Only one to notice me up there till I dropped in like a mall between Big Kevin's spine and wing bone, And I didn't weigh enough to knock him down, so I bounced off and hit ground hard myself while he did the bellowing stork dance. And everybody backed off as Perrin grabbed me and helped me up, and we ran like hell, and nobody followed us. We hid out, and P wanted to know how I knew Kung Fu. I couldn't figure how. But we practiced some kicks for a while till a herd of little kids sniffed us out and said, "You guys are in so much trouble, and your cousins are so mad." And they marched us to the director's office where a tear-streaked Big Kev slumped on a cushion with an ice pack on his already hairy back. And the cousins glared away from us at us. Director directed that I couldn't say anything but sorry to Big Kevin. And Perrin went off, and I elbowed him, and he growled, and I thought he might spit. And I said, "Sorry." And they chalked that off to my accent. And they quarantined us into the library, and we didn't have to go to day camp anymore. And Oma responded to the reports against us with my grandsons? No, I wouldn't believe it. And she and Oba drove down and picked us up early, and we could tell them everything. And Oba said, "I'd like to take my belt to that ambushkoff boyga, that bully." And Oma swore up and down that she'd have been right in there fighting all of them with us, but we already knew that. She left this world a year ago this month. Thanks, y'all.